Hello and welcome to the channel. I'm gonna call this is gonna be a heroic character series of just creating heroic characters and getting into the game. I'm gonna do a video per class. This first class is going to be a Beastlord. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna roll a Beastlord. Actually no, wait, we go back. This is my gnome regard account. So first thing we need to do, we need to buy a heroic character booster. So you can use these as many times as you want on characters, right? You just have to delete the character and then you get back the boost. So that is my plan. So what we're going to do is we're going to go ahead and buy this one right here, the level 100. It's 4,000 Daybreak points, or whatever these are called. But since I have a gold membership, it's only 3,600. I get a 400 discount, so let's go ahead and buy that. There we go. And spoilers on the character names here. All right, let's go ahead and create a character. We're gonna go with a Beastlord. I'm gonna go with an ogre. Actually, no. Let's go with something a little different. I always do ogre, done Ixar. Who can all be Beastlords, right? So we got barbarian. We got, let's see here, I think it's, Wood Elf is the next one, right? Bashir, Wood Elf. Alright, we're wasting too much time on this. Let's go with Barbarian. We're gonna hit random name. There we go, that looks like a good enough random name, because this character is not gonna exist beyond this. So we're gonna skip the tutorial, because we're gonna go with a heroic character. We're gonna go with a level 100 character. Let's make him look nice real quick. So maybe that. Let's get rid of his hair. Oh, beard. There. Let's go with that one. Let's make it. Where is a good color here? Is there really not a black beard? All right, there we go. Tattoo. What is that? Some face tattoos. I think we're gonna go without that. So there we go. That looks good. Let's get a name I can actually pronounce, because Bumgarter or whatever his name was is not gonna happen. Come on. Alright, let's just go with that. Let's call him Ja. Alright, let's go with heroic character. It's gonna load us in. It says it's loading us into Crescent Reach, but I'm not sure on that. Alright, so we've loaded in here to Shard's Landing. So give me 1 second, and I'm going to fix my screen size here. Alright, here we go. So let's, I like third person. What do we got going on here? So it starts us out with a healer mercenary, I guess. I don't have all my stuff set up right now. So yeah, we got a high elf healer mercenary. We're not going to do the hero's journey. Let's here. So it's going to say we can get 25,000 platinum, 200 bale marks, 20 heroic conquest donuts, and 20 heroic coffee. Let's go ahead and just take that. You only get the platinum once, so when we delete this character, we will not have any more platinum on this guy. We can always get more. So let's move some of this stuff around so we can actually see what we're going on here. There is our spell bar. I'm not going to copy a layout from one of my other characters, because that'll just make it a little bit confusing to people who have never used these kind of characters before. All right, so we can see we're buffed with Bastion of Vi rank 2, and Fever of rank 2, and Certitude rank 2. So those are all cleric buffs from a cleric right there. These are just, this one here is just news, and looks like the Valentine's Day event has started. So let's just kind of move some of this stuff out of the way. These are songs. We don't have any songs at the moment. We don't have a partner group, so it doesn't matter. They can just go over there. All right. Our chat is down here. Mercenaries there. This is our extended target window. I like to have it right here. I'm just kind of moving stuff around so it makes a little bit more sense for me. This is our, if I can move it. It's not locked, so I grabbed it in the wrong spot. Right there. There we go. This is our health bar. This tells us how much health we have, how much mana we have, how much stamina we have. Let's go ahead and sit down. I'm just gonna type sit because I have no idea what's going on with this. these bars over here. And here's our target of target. So if we target ourselves, right? Our target is that. So it's kind of a useful thing there. This is our group window. This is everybody we're grouped with, or we're just grouped with that mercenary it gives us. So let's take a look at what we got going on here. We have a lot of spells memorized. We have 12 spell slots. We started with 13,371 AA. That's with auto grant turned off. I think if I turn auto grant on and log in and out, I might get some more, but we'll leave it off for now just because it kind of makes sense to everybody that is that. And then this is our target window, so like that. And our target of our target is that. All right, so we are a beast lord. Beast lords have pets. So let's kind of take a look here. I think this is the current pet right here. So 98 Spirit of Lachamente. However you say that. I butcher words. I don't care. If you don't like it, don't watch the video. But it seems like that's the one we're going to go with. So let's go ahead and summon him. And since we are a barbarian, we get a wolf pet. So there we go. But I'm going to go ahead and just get rid of every other spell. None of these actually matter for what I'm about to do. So we're going to make 2 spell sets. We're going to make a buff spell set, and we're going to make a combat spell set. Combat is when we're in combat, obviously, and then the buff spell set is what we're going to be using outside of that. So the first thing we're going to want to do is look at the spells here. We have some damage over times. Those are good. They're usually instant cast on Beast Lords, but we're not going to go with those right now. So let's go here. We're going to go with Frozen Carbonate as our first one. We're going to go with... I'm making this up as I go, so if I mess up, it'll be apparent fairly quickly. We're going to go with Comriff Lance as the second one. Let's see here. That the blue here means it's a AoE kind of spell, so you can kind of see. I believe this one's AoE. Maybe this is the this is the point blank AoE. Some of the blue ones, they're actually target to target kind of things. But this is an AoE point blank that'll do 10,000 damage to everything around us. I'm not gonna really go with that one right now. As a Beast Lord, we're not gonna be be able to deal with multiple things at once. Anyway, all right. So that gives us our cold one. So there is a that was disease, right? And then poison. We'll go with this one. Did I already memorize that one? Or are these like duplicated in the same thing? So we got Frozen Carbonate, Karma Lance, Maelstrom, and okay, so apparently that is a multi what is this? Oh, it does poison, disease, and ice. Okay, so don't have that at level 85. Let's see here. And we want this bite, I believe, is the one we want. Alright, it gives us 4 nukes. Now we're gonna go damage over time. Let's go ahead and do this one. And it doesn't mean we're gonna cast all of these. We're just getting them all set up. And the poison one, asp poison. There we go. So that gives us 4 direct damages, all with different spell timers and stuff like that. So that's kind of something you want to pay attention to. 3 dots. We may or may not need those. We'll see how this goes. All right, and you notice I'm not focusing on any kind of buffs or anything like that because that's not going to be a thing. So let's look at our AAs and see kind of like what we have, because there are AAs that will take the place of a spell, and I'm doing this fresh. I haven't pre-looked up anything because, you know, just trying to make a little bit more sense. All right. So I want to see if there is a slow and I'm pretty sure there is. I just can't remember the name of it. And I think this is it here. Shaw's Reprisal. When activated, consume 300 mana to reduce your target speed by 68% for 1 minute 48 seconds. Level requirement 100. So if we go here to utility, detrimental slow, and you'll notice that we get Shaw's Reprisal at 87. Right, so that is our slow ability. It's pretty much the exact same thing, right? Maybe this one takes a little bit more mana because this one has specialization and all that stuff. So we don't actually have to memorize this, memorize that. So that's kind of cool. Let's get rid of some of these abilities off our bar. Can I just like right click and clear this? Used to be able to, I thought. Yeah, clear. Yeah, clear that. None of these matter for what I'm doing. It might be useful if you want to see what these are and how they work and all that, but I'm making it all up as I go along here. All right, we'll move this bar over here because I'm going to focus on this bar. Let's go ahead and make this bar here bigger. Like so, and just drag it out. So now it should be... Hopefully all that was recording well, right? This should be very viewable here. All right, so this is our main hotbar. This is for 1 through equals. I have my mouse as an MMO mouse, and I have other things over here on this one. I'm gonna try not to use this one as much, but I use this regularly because the way I play is I put certain things on certain bars so that they're it's just more ergonomical to me. Like I like to pull with numpad 1, so this button here. So what I'm gonna do is I'm gonna put Shaw's Reprisal right there. But that's probably not the best way to do it. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna go like this. We're gonna assign social. Let's go page 10, new social. Let's call this pet attack. So first thing we do is pet attack. The next thing we do is actually we're gonna do pet Q attack. Pet Q attack. If we go over here to the pet window, there's so much information I'm spitting out, and it's probably gonna be confusing. But over on the pet window, right, you have the attack, and that sends the pet into attack. But you have pet Q attack, which is it queues up the attack, so I can go pet attack this, pet attack that, pet attack this, and it'll go from mob to mob, and it won't immediately move. I prefer this, but it's up to it's up to you. And then we're gonna do pet Q swarm. All right, and then we're gonna do. Let's leave that one there. Let's go ahead and just simplify this for right now. I think that's going to be best. So let's put this, make this Shaw's Reprisal, the slow back as that one right there. So it's kind of just doing this a little different. All right, so we're also going to want to get Paragon of Spirit. We're going to put that on this utility bar over here. So this will give us regen back and all kinds of stuff like that. So you'll see here. And then focus Paragon of Spirits. It's a single target version of that same thing. All right. Let's go back to the spells real quick. So let's go ahead and just drag these on the bar. And we're going to do some things first, and then we're going to revise some of this. So let's get everything here on our bar. Like so. Now I'm going to skip 6 and go straight to 7. I like sitting on 6, and this is probably just because I've played the game for so long that it's just something I like to do. And it's just I think there's originally you only had 6 buttons, and the last one was that. I can't remember exactly. All right, so that's good. Let's see, what else do we need to add here? Because that is not enough. Let's go ahead and save this bar. And we'll call this our DPS bar. We're going to come back to it. We're going to be swapping between these bars quite a bit. So what we're going to do is we're going to delete all this stuff that we have already on this bar. And we're going to do our buffs real quick. And this is going to be something we're going to swap between when we need buffs and when we don't. So first thing we do is go down here to buffs and see what we got to work with here. So HP buffs, the first one. Second one, here we go. Spiritual Vindication. All right, and then let's see, regen. So is there anything else up here in HP buffs? Shielding, focus of San Era. Let's grab that one. HP buffs, shielding, stamina, and fusion of spirit. Those are so low level that we're not even going to bother with them. If we look at our gear here, right, we have 72,000 hit points and we have, 900 stamina. That 30 or 40 stamina that it gives you is just not something we're going to be concerned with at all. Next, we're going to go to regen. So we have a level 69 Feral Vigor, and we have a level 100 Spiritual Unity. Spiritual Unity is the one we're going to want. And then we're going to go to the next one, Statistic buffs. We can skip the AC, it's not going to be worth it. Get Shared Merciless Ferocity. Where did it go? Where was I? So, attack. I don't think any of those other ones stack. Don't need those. Don't need those. Don't need those. So, those are all just lower level Shaman buffs that we don't need as a higher level Beastlord. All right, we're going to go into pet. Now, this is where we get a lot of stuff going on here. So we're going to want Plax Protection. We're going to want that's a heal. That's a heal. We're not going to put those on this bar. We're going to do we're going to go with defensive on the pet for now. We'll see how that goes. We're going to get Warder's Unity, which will buff the pet. And where did it go? Offensive, pet haste. So we're going to want, I think, Growl the Snow Leopard? I don't know. Let's grab it. Let's go back to the pet window. Resist buff. Let's go ahead and do it. I don't know how useful that is, but we have enough spell slots that we can just kind of do all these and not really worry about it. And summon Swarm, that'll summon the Swarm pet. That's why I did the Q Swarm, so we can make our Swarm pets attack next target. And then here's our pet, the one we already summoned. I'm going to go ahead and put it on this bar right here. And let's do a double check, make sure we didn't miss any buffs. We don't need haste. Natural cooperation. What is that? This spell will cause your conquest life to be stored in order. Slay creatures. Yeah, I'd have to look into that. I don't know what that spell is. I don't remember it. All right, that looks to be a good set of buffs. So we're gonna save this as new spell set. Buffs. Simple. All right, let's go ahead and buff up real quick. So let's target ourselves, even though all these are pretty much group targets. All right, Spiritual Vindication. Focus. Let's make our buff bar a little bit bigger. Spiritual Unity. Shared Merciless Ferocity. That'll increase our attack. It's kind of a reuse. You're going to want to reuse this. I don't think it lasts for very long. Yeah, it lasts for 12 seconds. We're going to want to put that on our other bar too. So this is the protection. This will make our warder here a little bit stronger. If we look at the warder window, he should be getting all our buffs at the same time. Yeah, I cast that one twice. Warder's Unity. Like so. And you can see that just threw a bunch of buffs on him, including Velocity, which I believe is Haste. Yeah, so that maxes out our Haste. Growl of the Snow Leopard. which gives a proc to him. We're going to put Spellbreaker's Ward on him. I don't know how long some of these last, so it is what it is. All right, so he should be buffed up. After buffs, we're at 82,000 hit points, so that's pretty good. So let's go ahead and switch back to DPS real quick. You'll notice these ones down here did not move because they're on the same spell bars. And this spell bar did not have spells down here. So we're going to be fixing that shortly as we start working through this. All right, so this one lasts for 48 minutes. We don't need that one on here. We're going to leave shared. Shared Molas. Yeah, that one's the HP mana regen. I can leave that one off right now. All right, let's double check to make sure we don't have anything else we want to add on our bar here. So if we go to detrimental, flashlight, no, and we already have slow, so we don't need that. Special. Oh, we forgot Spirit of Talak. Yeah, we'll go ahead and memorize that one right now and buff it. Spirit of Talak is like Spirit of Wolf, but it gives us attack and all that stuff too. That's pretty fast, so like that. All right, I don't think what we want is probably a pet heal. So let's go offensive. Right here, we're gonna put pet swarm. So yell at the moon. Right here, we're gonna do pet heals the. Oh, they get heals too. We're gonna ignore that for right now. I didn't need it. Done it before with all these characters, but we'll see. There, we got a pet heal, I believe. Let's see here. Heals your warder for 3,000 hit points every 6 seconds. All right, and let's take a look at that other heal that we have available to us. Gerald's mending. So healing between 6,000 and 6,000. If your target is an enemy, it would heal that enemy's current target. Okay, so that's one of those target spells. Perfect. And I don't think we need anything else here right now. I think we're good. I think we're good to start. So let's go ahead and save this as DPS. Yes, we want to override that. Let's make sure how we got things set up here. I'm gonna put this pet. I'm not using macros, right? So like all these right here, all these nukes can be probably rolled up into one macro and stuff like that. And that's just optimization you can make on your own. But I want to kind of show some of these spells, the spell reuse timers and stuff like that, so we can kind of look at that. And then we're gonna put the heals right here. And so now we're in the like AEs or AAs, right? So these are just extremely complex, and it's gonna take a few minutes to find them all. The best way to do it is go can activate, right? So there's all kinds of different ones here. So like group shrink, we want that one. Hotbar, put it right there. Instantaneously shrinks our group. I don't like. I personally don't like being large in this game. I feel better when I'm smaller. I feel a little faster. So we're gonna grab for playing possum. We're gonna put that right here in 6. Playing possum is feign death, so I can go like this and I'm feign death. Nothing will attack me and I'm good to go as long as it doesn't fail. And I can hit 6 to stand back up. All right, we're gonna grab improved natural invisibility. It's just a you know, one of those things that'll keep us safe. And then we're gonna grab falsified death. We're gonna put that one probably at 7. That's another feign death. It has a higher chance of working. And I think perfect levitation, we might want that. Let's put that next to invisibility. Natural invisibility, improved natural invisibility. Men companion, we're gonna want to put that one. Let's just put it right there. And I like to, like, the way I set up some of this stuff is I put all this stuff into macros that kind of overlay, but I'm just gonna put everything out here like this. We're gonna get companion fortification and companion no, I don't think discipline's the one. So we're gonna put the pet on G hold. So we're gonna add that to the pet bar right there, right? So now if I get attacked, the pet will not attack until I tell the pet to attack. And that is pretty much how you want to run some of these pets with that. Companion's Fury, we're going to hotkey that one. Let's see here. Companion's Aegis. Yeah, we're going to put that on there. Alright, so now we're going to get some more kind of attacks. Let's open up another hotbar just for these, because we have a lot of abilities, and it's going to make more sense with a second bar to kind of show some of these things. So let's go here, button size, let's make that huge again, just so it's seeable. This, and put it right here. Alright, Attack of the Warders, summon a pack of wolves, so we're going to want that one. So this one, I would typically, with our swarm thing, I would put those in the same button, right? I want all my damage going at all times. Beastlord alignment, when activated, increases your base melee damage by 200%, grants 30% chance to resist abilities, and applies the form. Alright. Reuse is 42 second reuse, so let's go ahead and put that, let's put it here. So we're going to put the pet-like abilities here, and we're going to put the other ones here, so they're kind of like that. And I believe I missed one over here on the other page, now that I think about it. I guess not. Is it? Oh, okay, it's coming up. Alright. Bloodlust, this ability when activated grants 100% chance your magical effects. Alright, so that's us. Let's put that there. Chameleon Strike, when activated, strikes your target with a hand-to-hand attack and base damage 130, reduces the hatred for you by 4,500 hit points, so that's kind of like an evade with a little bit of damage. Companion Shielding, when activated, causes your warder to shield incoming attacks. Let's go and put that one right there. Consumption of Spirit, when consumed, consumes. Okay, this is our cannibalize ability. Let's put that right there. Enduring Frenzy, marks your target with runes. A chance to do. Activated, marks your target with runes that can provide a chance. Alright, so this is more of like a self buff. I don't have it yet. So I don't have that ability. Alright. Perilous Unity. Don't have that one yet. Alright, Focus the Paragon of Spirits. We already have this on our bar down here. This is a kind of restores our mana kind of spell. Let's see, Frenzied Swipes. Ability to activate round kick. 30 seconds. So let's go ahead and hotkey that. Let's just put it there. These are some of these are spammables that we're going to want to put in macros. But for demonstration purposes, we're not going to yet. Alright, increase your melee speed and attack power. Alright, that looks like a good one to have right there. Group Beastlord alignment. Blesses all group members in a 100-foot radius with the 40% extra damage and grants them a 30% chance to resist. Alright, we'll just go ahead and drop that right there. Some of these are burn kind of abilities too that you want to use to like do a lot of damage really quick. This ability, when activated, grants your pets a chance to snare enemies. So that's a buff here. That's just cast it. Don't have to cast it again, right? So that we should probably actually not put there, but put right there. Alright, Nature Solve. Clear, that's a cure. We'll put it like right there. Pact of the Warreen. So this is a great buff. Let's go ahead and put it right here. Let's go ahead and cast that. There we go. That turns us into a werewolf, and then we can shrink ourselves again. And I believe that gave us more hit points. We lost some hit points somehow. I don't know. I think some of the buffs wore off, so we'll see here in a second. Alright, that is just some raid thing that popped up. Paragon of Spirit. So this will help us regenerate endurance, mana, and hit points group wide. So it's kind of a nice group buff. Protection of the Warder absorbs 24% of incoming damage. Alright, so this is a pet buff. Roar of Thunder. When activated, deals 3,900 damage and reduces your target's hatred for you. Alright, that's just like the Chameleon Strike, I believe. Roaring Strike. When activated, strikes your target with a hand-to-hand skill attack and reduces your target. We don't actually have that one yet. Straw's Reprisal. I already showed this one. This is the slow. Spire of the Savage Lord. This is a burn ability. Increases our, I think, damage and does all kinds of crazy stuff and increases mana regen and stuff like that. That's good for the whole group. Taste of Blood. Grants your pet a chance to 75% chance to trigger Blood Frenzy. Landing a killing blow makes them crazier and crazier and crazier. It's a good buff. I think this is I think it's one of these kind, right? Can't remember on this one. Yeah, it's a permanent buff. Just like the snare, you just gotta cast them both. Kind of thing. Let's make this a little bigger so we can see more of these buffs. And finally, Warder's Gift. Consuming this will take 18% of your Warder's health and bless you with Warder's Benevolence, healing me. So this is kind of like my oh crap button, where if I'm dying, I can take life from my Warder. So let's go with that. We have no AAs for the Merc yet, so she is gonna be pretty raw when it comes to that kind of thing. We have just basic special things, and I think that's good there. Let's see. I think if we did the auto grant, we'd pick up some more AAs from different things, but it doesn't look like we have any focus abilities yet. Those start at 105. Okay. All right, so that handles all our spells. That gives us a good spell set, I think, to get started here. Let's kind of take a look at our gear and see what we're dealing with here. So, what is this? Grandiose Fist of Mist. Oh, I don't have both weapons on for some reason. All right, now we have two weapons. Our weapons are 4.3 ratio, which just seems kind of low to me. This is a level 90 required, a level 100 weapon, so it's a 83 damage, 19 delay. All right, looks good. Strike Disease does 750 damage. We do get a mount. I can't mount in this form. Our bags have just food and the clicky to make more focus items or power sources. Let's take a look at our breastplate here. Alright, Grandiose Consigned Leather Tunic. This seems fairly basic. Do any of these have? Okay. So what we're going to want to do on some of these, all the jewelry, we're going to want to click these. These will give us AAs down here, you can see. This one gives us Knowledge of the Past, which increases our HP regen and our mana regen. This one gives us Form of Defense, which gives us increase our armor class by 69 points. Let's see here, Prismatic Ward. This will unlock some more magical resists. Let's go ahead and click that one. And you're seeing we're getting these permanent buffs over here. We'll go through those here in a second. See here, this is a focus item. This charm. Focus item. It's cloaks, right? Yeah. Click that one. I don't think that's a clicky. No. Earrings usually have a clicky on them. Let's see, Geomancy. We can click that one. What does this one do? Increases spell absorb for a little bit. All right. And then we got an enhanced minion 12 item with the pet shrink on it. So there we go. Shrink our pet, and having that on makes our pet stronger when we summon it. That's just a focus. And then form of endurance. This will give us extra 900 hit points. So we're back up to 82 hit points. All right. And I think that's everything, right? Let's go ahead and put this above here. So this will give us maybe slightly more stats. All right, so look at our stats right here. So this is buffed with what our current things are. Let's go ahead and do this real quick. Load spell set buffs. Let's rebuff. Just because I don't know what wore off, you know? And the spells that we already had memorized, some of those will stay just because, but for the most part, it doesn't matter. All right, so let's rebuff everything here just to make sure we're good to go before we go out and see how this works. I'm making these videos because I've gotten a few comments here and there from people on the YouTube channel saying that they're having issues with their heroic character, they can't solo, and I've got some on the Discord. It's just, you know, let's double check it. Let's see if there's anything I can show to help you out. I personally, I've done a few heroic characters, the 85 ones, and there's just so much to learn about a class at 85. I can't imagine how much there is to learn here at 100, right? That it's missing, you know, like there's a lot of stuff like I learned on my monk leveling up that I would have missed out on, and so I'm kind of not anti hero characters. I'm just very, very careful on that kind of stuff. So we ended up with 87,000 hit points and whatnot. So let's take a look at the map. I think I have maps. I should have maps. Why is it showing? All right, pre-wall. All right. That's another video that's coming out here soon. So we are in Shard's Landing. Shard's Landing is the Call of the Forsaken expansion. We have access to all these different portals and stuff like that, I believe, with this character. But what we're going to want to do is go kill something. So we have 26% into level 100. Let's go and see. Let's first things first, improved invisibility. Got to target ourselves. That'll just prevent us from getting wrecked out here. I'm trying to remember. It's been a while since I've been into it, but I think there's some mobs right over here that we can kill as a like getting started kind of thing. All right. I think that's a mob. What is he con? All right, he cons blue. Let's just make sure it's one mob. Is this is a formidable foe? So all right, I'm gonna pull with Shaw's Reprisal. If I can get here. There we go. Shaw's Reprisal. And I'm gonna send my pet in. Ooh, send my pet. There we go. Go. Now I'm doing nukes, right? So you can see I'm doing one. I'm getting like absolutely wrecked, actually. There we go. 4, 5, and then 7, and then 8. Here, let's make this a little bit bigger. I have that much larger on my normal things, right? All right, so we're gonna put her on reactive. That should make her heal me a little bit faster. There we go. Start getting that, and then we're gonna do swarm pets. I should have done these earlier, but I I was confused why my pet was attacking because I didn't hit the right button. So we're just kind of cycling through 1, 2, 3, 4 as kind of all these different nukes. And now if you have them all in one button and you time them in kind of this way, right? It'll always fire one of them off and do that. So there we go. We got a snake head. That is it's a vendor item. All right, so there we go. It took us a little bit to kill that, but we're gonna go try this other one over here now that I'm a little bit more familiar with the keystrokes required for this. Those are relatively weak. I'm not gonna bother with that, so we're gonna go for this one right here. Just gotta get position. So Shaw's Reprisal, Pet Attack, Pet Swarm, and then I'm gonna go over here. 1, 2, 3. So that is Frozen Carbonite, Calm Rift Lance, Nax Maelstrom, and then Pontar's Bite. Then I'm doing what's that one? I don't even know if that one was called. 5 Edros Chill. I hit 6 instead of 7. Ass Blood, so that's 8. There we go. And our mercenary should be up there healing us. Perfect. And then, so we'll start adding some of these in here, right? Beastal Alignment. Blood Chameleon Strike, right? Let's see here. Attack of the Warders. We're going to send in the Swarm Pets again. Even though this thing's almost dead, we're going to do a 1 and a 2. There we go, got him. And we got a Tainted Feather and an Animal Fear Bow. Very nice. Now, we should be able to kill these two right here. These are called relatively weak enemies, so they're going to be extremely easy to kill. So let's go ahead and send our pets in first. Slow that one. I'm going to switch to the other one. I'm going to come over here. I'm going to slow this one while they're fighting that one. And I'm going to start my rotation here. I'm going to do Chameleon Strike, Frenzied Swipe, and there we go. And I'm going to go ahead and pet Swarm this one. Hit 4. And this thing is dead after I hit this. There we go. Let's just loot that. Okay, I'm going to do Pet Attack, which sends all the Swarm Pets. They should start attacking this thing here in a second. I'm going to do another Swarm Call, which gives us a... should proc something for us too, if I remember correctly. Which then the Warder will start doing damage, and there we go. Easy. They were relatively weak, so there's not much challenge at that. They do a lot less damage. So, all right, let's kind of go over here. I think that is another snake. So we're gonna go ahead and let's look at our mana is low. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do Focus Paragon. We're gonna sit for a second. Now you'll notice right here. No, that's not it. Focus Paragon's over here. Sorry. This will give us 307 mana, and then increase our HP mana regen by significant amounts really fast. Just notice we're like gaining mana really fast compared to some of this other stuff. All right, so while we're waiting on mana, let's go ahead and get rid of some of these permanent buffs. So once you see these buffs that say permanent, you don't need to keep them on most of the time. Illusionary Spikes, I think you do, but everything else you can get rid of. So Shadow of the Ward, gone. Shadow of Endurance, gone. Shadow of Defense, gone. Shadow of Knowledge, gone. Like so. There we go. Alright, we got 60% mana. We are, in my opinion, good to go. So let's target this blue one. Alright, so we're going to pull with Shaw's Appraisal. So that's our slow. We're going to send the pet. And then we're going to go pet swarm, with the moon. And then I'm going to switch it up a little bit. I'm going to go with bite. I'm going to go with whatever 5 was. I'm going to go with 7. And then I'm going to go with that one. There we go. And we should be good. So now we can go into our nuking phase where we start nuking here and just dropping everything on here. Let's see here. I'm going to go with Roar of Thunder, Spirit Frenzy, Bloodlust. I'm just clicking things right now. Doesn't matter. I would have them all in a macro anyway to kind of just make them go. And see the pet doing its thing. I tank over the pet most of the time. That's why I usually go with an ogre. But it doesn't really matter, I don't think. You can have the pet tank if you want. Alright, so that one's dead. We're going to do Focus Paragon. Alright, our healer, she's sitting, but she's got mana. So we've gained like 7% mana. So our 7% experience. Just kind of look around here. We got some more. Those are less solo pullable, I think. I can't remember if these things come solo or not. There's some pests right here. Let's get these. So let's go like this. Start nuking them. Get the pet on them. Yell at the moon. I'm going to switch to this one. And I'm going to slow this one because see how it's attacking the mercenary. I'm going to start my damage on this while my little pet swarm pets are attacking the other one. There we go, and drop some more. I'm trying to get the dots on, but it doesn't really matter. They're insta cast, and I kind of like throw as much as I can on there. There we go, got those done. Already got that one, and always make sure you turn on attack. I think I missed attack on a few of these, but go. And more stuff. So let's just go ahead and do this. Food all set it to me. Yes. All right. Here's another snake right here. So we're gonna go ahead and do this. Do this again. Actually, let's do Paragon of Spirit. This is the bigger buff of that. Let's sit for a second because I don't want to really pull this at 30% mana just in case. All right, 40%, about 60% was when we're gonna pull it here. And on this one, we're gonna do it different. I'm gonna pull this one, but I'm gonna send the pet in. I'm not gonna go in. I'm gonna do Fortify Companion, and I think Bestial Rage, and we'll let the pet deal with it while we get dots on it. We're gonna try it a little differently, see how that works out. I'm not sure. All right, so I'm gonna pull with slow. And I'm gonna send the pet. I'm gonna fortify the pet. I'm gonna rage the pet. I'm going to, I gotta get in line of sight. I'm gonna go here, there. There's the first dot, second dot, and the third dot. I pulled aggro, so I'm gonna Chameleon Strike. And it doesn't matter. I'm just gonna go ahead and attack. So the pet's not doesn't have taunt on, so let's turn pet taunt on and see how that works. That's something I didn't even notice. But we already got hit, and we should probably be tanking over the pet anyway, even though he has protection on, just in case. But as you can see, I don't have my DPS thing up, but we should be doing things generally right. I mean, you're gonna have to work with it, right? When you're playing a class for the first time, you should always read all the abilities and see what they can do. And there we go. So far so good. Haven't really had much issues, so I'm gonna go ahead and go with Focus Paragon, and I'm gonna go ahead and send my pet in first this time. I'm gonna get in line of sight. I'm gonna slow it. I'm gonna dot 1, dot 2, I'm gonna dot 3, Now the mercenary will heal the pet, so keep that in mind. But the pet is not going to probably be able to hold aggro off all my dots and all my nukes, so you know, you got to play it by ear. If you're getting taken too much damage, then hold off on your damage. And if you die too fast, switch it up. All right. And I could always like feign death and get aggro back onto the pet, but I don't feel like I'm taking enough damage at this point with heroic gear to warrant that. There we go. And this thing is slow or snared from the pet. So there we go. And I don't even think I had a tag on for most of that. All right. So we're gonna go over here. We're gonna go to the pets, the pests. We're gonna send in our pet. We're gonna go to this one. We're gonna yell at the moon onto that one, and we're gonna burn this one down with our stuff here. Chameleon strike, brute bestial alignment, protection warder, and there we go. Just really clicking things, you know. Just you can always do champions or companions Aegis, which will give him a nice shield to make him a little bit tankier, but it just doesn't matter, honestly. So there we go. And that one's down. And make sure I do attack. And done. There we go. So that is kind of where you'd want to go. Start out with the, you know, the heroic Beastlord. I have, and it's obviously an opinionated way of setting things up. It doesn't matter. You can set it up however you want. I do it my way. You can do it your way. I like my mouse is an MMO mouse, and that's how I've been playing for like the last 5 or 6 years in most of these games, where I have, you know, my keyboard 1 through, you know, equals, and then I have this, and it works well for me. That's how I do all my true boxing and multi-boxing, is I have multiple mouses connected to different computers and all that stuff, and it just works. But definitely, you know, take a look at the spells, you know, look at all the spells and see how they go. I personally load them up like this, where it's all the nukes, then the dots, and then the kind of the utility stuff. And it kind of makes it easy. You can kind of, as you're watching the bar, right, you can see this one's out, this one's out, this one's out, this one's out. Then you're waiting for this one to come back, right? It just, you know, it works out pretty well for that. The Beastlord is a pretty strong class. They should be able to solo most things, I think. Experience-wise, I don't know how this will fare against a named. I don't have time right now to wait for a name to pop up down in one of these areas, right? The names do spawn. Where we're at right here. There's a named snake that spawns down there. He's gonna be a little bit harder than the other ones, but I don't think it's gonna be much harder than what you're fighting with these right here. We didn't really. I think we came close to, you know, got like 30-40% I think once. I'd have to look and see how low we actually got, but I don't think we were ever in any real danger of death, even though I wasn't paying that close attention to my health at all. There's one of these buffs that I was casting gives us a temporary HP buff. I should probably cast that a lot, but I don't know which one it is. And you know, I don't play a Beastlord that much, so it's my first try at trying a heroic one here right now. But yeah, so what you would do is I would stay in this zone probably until you get your feet wet, honestly. And then you can move to, you know, the next zone. So City of Bronze maybe is, I think, one of the next ones. I would like, if you're boxing, I would go do the Broken Mirror with your boxes, right? That's gonna be a little bit harder. You know, the mobs hit like trucks on steroids. They're much more difficult, but for the most part, I would follow the progression of this expansion just until you get your feet wet and you understand how everything works, and you actually know what buff like does such and such, right? I don't know I don't know it right now. I'll figure it all out when I get here with my other characters, like, because I'm going, you know, I'm learning all the AAs and stuff by hand. I'm doing all that so I can learn all that stuff. Just being thrown in here, I just kind of went for what seemed to be the best course of action I could do right now. But yeah, I think there's almost an hour for a heroic Beastlord. And I don't know, if you have any more questions or any other questions, if I did something completely wrong, leave a comment. If you have more questions and stuff like that, join the Discord. There should be a link in every video description. And if I can't answer it, someone else will. I know there's some other people who main some of these classes, like some people main bards and main beastlords and berserkers and stuff like that. They can answer some of those questions. I plan on doing this with every single class. I'm just going to delete this guy and do another one. I'll wait a few days just in case there's some more questions before I do the next one. And they'll just slowly come out and kind of go through this. And we'll see if we can get all the classes done and give everybody a good, nice, fresh start into, you know, the level 100 heroic game. But thank you guys very much for watching and have a fantastic day.